There's big rains today on Manus Island. It rained and rained and rained. The kids ran about in the rain a lot and had a very good time. We see some beautiful gifts from the West Papuan crew here. Auntie Nettie brought round incredible necklaces, and Sambel got inspired to make some of his own. And we went down to the West Papua camp. There are buildings there that were built back in 1968 by the original West Papuan refugees, and their descendants are still living in them today. Right on the beach there by the water. It's still very minimal kind of accommodation, but a community is formed there, and people have intermarried, and I think it's here to stay. And it was really great to meet some of those crew there, and they're very excited to meet Lobe, who is a West Papuan refugee himself. And we were treated to fish and bananas, very fresh and delicious. And we're going to go back there and record some of their stories and the history of that place. So these are the original houses when Australia sent West Papuan refugees here to Manus Island in the 60s. And the West Papuan community continues on here. It's now mixed with PNG Manus people. Is there still West Papuan culture happening here, like mixed with Manus culture? Or?
Yes, like the 1st of December. December 1st, we sometimes celebrate the West Papua Day.
My name is Betty from Ibekop, and we are at the West Papua camp in Ward 1, Manus Province, Papua New Guinea. So this is the first camp of the West Papuan established refugee camp in Papua New Guinea back in 1969. When we first came, my father is from Biak, and they were the first ones here. They kept them at the police station. There's a police station at Ward 7 of this Manus province here. And they were there, and there was a landowner who went there and saw them, and he sympathizes with them for they came. He asked them the reason for their come here, and so they told him, we came here because these Indonesians we rebelled against Indonesia we want independence, so that's why we are here. And the Australian government brought them here. They were the first ones here, and they were the first asylum seekers to Papua New Guinea as well. For my father's story that I asked him, he said the condition was not good. They came here, they flew them down here on a Casa plane, yes. And they brought over the pots and plates from the bush at the rebel camp, wherever they camped, and they caught up with them. So they brought whatever that was with them together here. So when they came here, before they were still colonized by Australia, so Australian, they put kiaps, they called them kiap, so they kept the kiap to look after the people, my father and them. So they gave them raisins, rice and clean fish, a bit of kerosene, mosquito net, and probably soap for laundry. And that's how they survive there. But they have hours to go. I mean, they're not allowed to go around because they just came, and all this, they just stayed in place, and they used to go out only on organized sporting activities with other communities. like exactly what is happening today to the asylum seekers. Yeah, something like that. The childhood memories would be like sleeping in a house with a leaking roof, and then when it rains, like we all used to gather to one side and then let the rain, we let the storm go, especially in the night. We won't, like, sleepless nights, and we used to go to school without food, and yeah, it's so emotional, growing up in a refugee life and to the status like now, like we are working, and when we're thinking and looking back, like we have a home in Papua. We should yeah, be strong and campaign hard to gain the freedom for West Papua so we can go back to our indigenous land. Yeah. Yes.
Are there many of the Aboriginal people that came in the 60s still here on Manus?
No, they all went back. They all went back already. There was autonomy which was done by the Indonesian government. So it was a 75%, that's what I had, what I know. And so many of us, the parents here and the other elders, they repatriated back. And for a few of us who stayed back because we got married here and we already have this intermarriage and all this, so we have to stay back because of our children. And yeah, some of us went there and we went there to see how the repatriation was done by Indonesian government, and we saw the conditions there, so we had to come back and report to the government here that no, the situation is not yet okay for the people of West Papua to be repatriated back. Some of us that came back for the second time to settle, and yeah, my brother Hamos is one of them, and myself as well. With this camp has produced a lot to the economic workforce of Papua New Guinea. I'd say that, and I'm proud to say that as a Papuan. Yes, and we have electricians, we have geologists, we have doctors, we have pilots who came out from this camp. This is a historical place too for the history of West Papua through struggle for freedom. Pasti tinggal di Penge, sudah lupa bahasa, baru saya minta merdeka. Nanti Papua merdeka. Besok pagi Papua merdeka. Kita berangkat ke Papua and build Papua, because I think we have the manpower already outside. We have the human resource already outside. So as when Papua gets its independence, the human resource we already have to develop Papua. Yes. And yes, don't forget about the good Lord that will continue to struggle for freedom, not through bloodshed, but through words we will gain that. Yes.
Papua Merdeka.
Papua Merdeka.